Good morning. 7 o'clock across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We're into the second hour right now on the wake up call. At this time, we're joined by Mr. Brenton Smith. Well, we have to say former police officer within the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force. Good morning, Mr. Smith. How are you?
Hi, good morning, Christelle. Good morning to your listeners, to people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
How you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling blessed.
You're feeling happy and blessed, despite the fact that there's a letter served to you dated December 8th that says that you're no longer employed, you're no longer getting a salary, you're no longer getting your benefits.
Yeah. Yes, and that's probably sad for some persons, but it is a difference when you are saying that you have faith and truly believe, and when you're not. And I'm simply saying, I put all my trust and faith in the Almighty. So despite of the circumstances surrounding me, I am quite happy.
Okay, all right. That's a grateful mindset there. Do you know if there were other police officers who received the same letter as you?
Yes, well, my letter came from the Service Commission because of my rank.
Oh,
But I was told that there were 13 other police officers who have received similar letters.
13 or 30?
13.
13.
Yes. And there are other officers who are waiting. They would have applied for exemption, for religious and medical grounds,
Okay.
on religious and medical grounds, and they are waiting those results. So we are still waiting on those.
So tell me something. Did you apply for an exemption?
No, I did not.
Okay, so that was just why did you choose to not take the COVID-19 vaccine?
Well, first of all, I do not believe that anyone should give up their constitutional right for anything at all. Because if you do that, it means then you'll give up on anything else. And I believe that based on the constitution of freedom of expression, freedom of consent, freedom of choice, freedom of conscience, that the mandatory vaccination that is now put out by the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines is illegal and it is wrong. And furthermore, we are talking about following the science, but it's not just one science you can follow. I mean, for those of us who would have gone to and would have studied at the highest level, it is always said that when you are doing research, you don't stick to one source alone. You have to have counteractive issues, counteractive views on different sources.
All right.
And I have also followed the science as well. And we have seen where the vaccine is not as totally safe as was pronounced in the beginning. First of all, it was supposed to be 100% efficacy.
Was supposed to be.
Yes, that's what it was announced.
Is there any medication that is 100% foolproof?
No, but tell the people the truth.
Okay.
Tell the people the truth. Then it was supposed to be 90, then 80, then 70. Then we have cases where it went down to about 34%. Then they spoke now about you'll be able to go out into the restaurant and the bars. You'll be able to take off your mask and have a good time. We see that has changed as well. That is the same science that they were talking about in the beginning.
We also saw that the virus changed, though, Smith.
Sorry?
We also saw the changes within the virus itself.
What changes did you see?
Well, from what we've been told, new variants.
Yes. Okay. And also we were told that to be fully vaccinated, you have to take 2 doses.
Yes.
In England now, they are now saying that to be fully vaccinated, they're heading to 3 doses. 3 doses. And that has nothing to do with the booster shot, in which they're claiming as well, So what are we going to do? We're going to inject ourselves for the rest of our life?
Well, really, that is kind of what is happening with the flu shots. Every year you get a flu shot.
Okay. and you really want to say to me that the flu shot is the same as this one? Well, maybe this flu shot has been proven and tested. Have this one been? Are we getting the truth?
Well, you said maybe the flu shot, though. Maybe the flu shot has been proven and tested.
Yes.
Maybe, which means you don't know for sure.
No, but it's over time, a period of time.
Right, okay.
And some person, of course, will have benefited from it. So based on that, it has been proven and tested.
Okay.
And you just indicated that no medication, no vaccine will be 100%.
No. There are always side effects.
You're always going to be.
Always going to be.
But the good thing about it is that we were told basically maybe the truth concerning the flu shot. I don't believe that we have been told the truth concerning the vaccine.
Okay.
They've not been truthful as always.
So your choice has been made primarily on principle in terms of choice.
Yes.
And because you do not trust the COVID-19 vaccine.
No, I don't.
All right. And you knew that based on your choices that there would be possible consequences.
There are always going to be consequences based on your choices. Whether or not those consequences are right by law or not, there are always going to be choices.
Okay.
All of us have choices, and we must exercise those choices as well.
All right. So it says here in the letter, right? I'm looking at it. As a result of your failure to comply with Rule 5, you have been absent from duty without leave since November 22nd, 2021. I thought that the government's mandate came into effect the 19th.
Yes.
So how come this says the 22nd? Were you showing up to work or were you staying away?
I think they might have used the 22nd because after the 19th deadline,
right,
a person was told that it is extended to the 22nd, which I think was the Monday. So that's probably what they are using, the 22nd instead of the 19th.
Okay.
However, I have returned and attended magistrate court, the serious offences court in Kingston.
On what day?
Oh my, that was the last week, Monday, I think.
Last week Monday was last
week. No, the week before Monday, sorry. Okay. Last Monday, I went to Georgetown court. So those are
you went and worked. You went and worked.
Yes.
Did they tell you to come to work?
They warned me for court. They warned me. I attended court. I given evidence in the serious offences court in Kingston. The one in Georgetown was postponed because one of the officers in the case, he's home in quarantine. So I've attended. I was warned for meetings, which is a norm. It has been considered duty.
Okay.
And I've attended meetings. So I don't understand this letter at all.
Do you have anything in writing to prove that attending court and giving witness or giving evidence, is part of your duty?
Yes, that has been proven all the time. There's nothing in the writing to say that, but duty. If you check, listen. If you check the number 1 diary, or if you check the number 8, which is the duty rooster, it will tell you that you have a magistrate court, which is duty. That is the duty rooster. So there are documentation to prove that. That would not be that would not hold water if anybody tried to say otherwise. It won't.
So can they call you back?
For what?
To go to court again. Can they call you back?
Yes, they can.
Has everything that was on the books for you to do, have those things been completed?
No, I still have a few matters in court, and if I'm on for duty, I will attend court. I have a responsibility for the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where justice is concerned. I'm not going to make this letter prevent me from attending court so that people of this country can see their justice. If I'm part of the justice system as an officer of the court, I will attend court. Because the innocent people of St. Vincent and Grenadines should not suffer as a result of my dismissal. They are not responsible for my dismissal. So why wouldn't I go to court?
True. I like that chain of thought. What have you lost with this?
What have I lost?
What have you lost? Benefits. How many years? It's
I,
like
I have
27 years.
27. I have 27 years.
Right. Well, you
I,
lost.
I, I haven't seen anything concerning my pension and gratuity. So I probably lost those. Okay? But let me say this. The government of St. Vincent and Grenadines can take all my benefits if they like. They can take every single one of my benefits if they like. I am not going to give up on my constitutional right for this at all. I would not. It is broader than that. It is broader than Brenton Smith. You see, we have to set this precedent, because if we don't, it means that anything at all will be able to happen to not only Brenton Smith, but other forces to come. A number of forces in the organization has been vaccinated against their will.
Are you able, as former welfare chief, you're no longer in that position as well, right?
No,
Are
I'm
you
not.
able to give a figure, a percentage, maybe a rough estimate as to how many took it against their will? Well, not feeling comfortable enough at the time.
I do not have any scientific
Okay,
study of
okay,
that,
okay,
but I
okay.
can tell you, based on the report, a number of forces have expressed that they took the vaccine against their will. A number of forces. And if forces are honest, and if there's a survey conducted, I could almost guarantee you have over 74% of forces. Over 70. And if you look at the timing in which most forces would have taken the vaccine, it will give you a perfect idea as to those persons who took it against their will. Perfect idea.
Uh-huh. What are your plans for the future, Mr. Smith? Are you willing to take this further? Are you willing to go to court for this?
Well, I have 7 days in which I can appeal it, and I will appeal this letter, this dismissal. I will appeal it, but my future, uh, maybe I might have to come to you for some business ideas. 'Cause but honestly, I have some plans in which I will not state at this time,
Okay,
but
okay,
there are some plans for me as we go forward.
okay. All
But
right.
but but, but Crystal, just before you go,
Yes.
there's a next matter that is very much similar to what is happening here.
What's that?
I think the police force is in a serious, serious state of dilemma.
Do you have a couple cats still out the bag?
Yes, the Police Welfare Association is in the laws of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But what is not inside of the law is for members of the organization to pay their welfare dues. Okay?
Okay, okay.
And we recognize that there is a need for welfare dues. And under former chairman Jerome Dick, he created that avenue where he started for members to pay $1. And in 2007, I attended, along with the next sergeant of police, the first ever Caribbean Federation of Police Welfare Association when that institution was formed. And when we spoke to our Jamaican and Trinidadian counterparts, and we told them we were paying $1 for dues, they asked us, "Are you crazy?" We came back home and increased it to $2. Then it went to 5.
Sharp increase,
When
yeah.
yes, we increased it. And when we realized what was happening, persons were coming for soft loans. Persons have to be dealt with medically, legally.
Mm-hmm.
And it was said that we went to the general membership and we increased it to $20. Crystal, that has assisted many police officers. They have assisted many police officers. And there are police officers who were shot in the line of duty.
Yeah.
The police officers who had to go overseas for serious medical attention. It is the Welfare Association who assisted that. In fact, we went further. We recognize that when police officers leave the organization, before their pension and gratuity comes in to play, that took about 3 months or so, we created what they call a retirement fund for police officers,
Wow.
where police officers are saving from $50 right up. It started about 3 years ago.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Of course, it's not bad. But what we did, we included the office of the commissioner. So if money is to be withdrawn for that account, a signatory must come from the office of the chairman of the Welfare Association, either me or the treasurer, or I want from the office of the commissioner, either the commissioner or the staff officer. No office, either of the offices cannot sign alone. It must be a signature from both offices.
Okay.
You
I'm
know what's happening
understanding
now?
that.
You know what is happening now?
What do you mean? What is happening
The
now?
commissioner's office, who is responsible for the deduction of those funds, which is the welfare funds and the retirement fund, have indicated to the Welfare Association's office that they no longer will be facilitating such a reduction.
What do you
So
mean?
they,
What do you mean no longer facilitating?
they're not going to take out the money from officers' salary to be sent to
Since
the
when?
treasury.
Since when? You said no, but since when?
That letter sent to us about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. You know, wait a minute. The deduction was how much? $20, you said?
$20 for the welfare dues.
What was the
And
reason?
for what?
What was the reason for no longer deducting that to go towards the police
They said they
welfare?
cannot no longer facilitate it. There was no other reason. They no longer could
But that
facilitate
that doesn't say much. You can no longer facilitate it. What does that mean? You're no longer
No.
signing?
They're no longer gonna. Their office is no longer gonna take out the money to send to the treasury. That's all they said.
Right, and this money is coming from police officers' salary. So
From
did
police
they?
officer's salary.
So did the police officers? Did they have a kick up unknowing to you?
No.
Okay, all right.
No.
So
But the whole idea is to dismantle the welfare association. And it's
that's
not-
what you believe firmly.
Of course.
So you're looking out for
they don't
other
want-
things, right?
They don't want an independent voice.
Well,
And to be financially stable, give you some level of independence. They don't want that. But what they are doing, I am out of the system now. What they are doing is destroying the welfare association and its membership. Destroying it because they know that these funds assisted our members greatly
okay.
during the volcano eruption. It assisted even more. We had to rent places for some of our members and their families. Wow.
That's interesting. Now, I want to ask you really, really quickly because we're out of time and we have to go. We might probably have to make another link at some other time. Outside of the Police Welfare Association is there for the police officers. Outside of the
From the
welfare,
rank of constable to inspector.
constable to inspector, right?
Yes.
So outside of the Police Welfare Association, who else is there for, well, between from constable to the top? Who else is there?
The members of the general public.
Sorry, what?
Members of the general public.
So it is either the police welfare or the members of the public?
Yeah. That's where the support comes from. I cannot say the hierarchy of the police force is in this because they have been very silent. In fact, they have been the ones who have a different view of whether persons should be vaccinated against their will or not.
All right.
So I can't answer them.
Okay. I feel as though you have so much more to say to us, but we're out of time. We're way out of time this morning. I just want to thank you for taking the time out to join us right here on the Wake Up Call. All right, and all the best. We'll make another link. All right.
Thank you.
All
Take
right.
care.
You too. Thanks. There you have it. Now we are running very, very tight on time this morning. All right, we're gonna head to the X News. Thank you for joining.